Hi there! In this video we will show you how to sync records using the new Zoho CRM QuickBooks extension. We will also show you the extension's overall features and how to work with it. Okay, let's jump in. Start with installing the extension from the Zoho Marketplace. At first you will install the trial version of the module, which is free for 15 days. After the trial period ends, you need to sign up for a yearly or monthly subscription plan to continue using the extension. Okay, let's start to install the extension. Click Start Free Trial to install the free trial. Here, tick the checkbox if you read and accept the terms. Again, check the checkboxes to give authorization for the extension to access Zoho CRM. Click Continue to install. The extension can be used by all the users of your Zoho CRM, but it is only based on the permission allowed for them. Here you can configure admins only, all users, or choose any particular profile. Click on Confirm. Now it's preparing to install the extension. The extension is installed successfully. After you install the extension in your Zoho CRM, visit the Zoho CRM. Here you can see extension installed successfully pop up. Now select QuickBooks from the menus. Click the Connect button provided for QuickBooks. It will show a pop-up like this that asks you if you have a company to connect to QuickBooks. If you don't have a company in QuickBooks, select No and go to QuickBooks, create a new company and then get back to the extension. Otherwise, if you have a company in QuickBooks, click Yes button. Now you need to log in to your QuickBooks account. So provide the username and password here. Click Connect button to connect to your QuickBooks account. The extension is successfully configured with my QuickBooks account. The section gets disabled like this automatically once you connect with QuickBooks. Next, we have to connect the Zoho CRM with the extension. So click the Authorize button. Select Accept button to allow the extension to access data in your Zoho CRM. Now click on Next button. We have configured the Zoho and QuickBooks account with the extension. Now you will see a pop-up window like this that shows all the terms and conditions to use the module in your Zoho account. Read the terms and conditions carefully and select the Accept button to give permission to the add-on to access your Zoho account. The configuration is completed and now it is ready to work. The QuickBooks extension for Zoho CRM module lets you sync records bidirectionally by following four various sync methods, which are on-save sync, copy to QB sync, historical sync, and CRON Sync. On-save record sync. This will sync records at the time when you click on the Save button. This sync option is only performed from Zoho to QuickBooks. Copy to QB sync. It is a one-way method that actually copies or duplicates existing Zoho CRM records info to QuickBooks. The other method, historical record sync. This sync option is performed on both sides and lets you sync data created between a specific period. Automatic CRON Sync. CRON Sync happens every 10 minutes and it is only provided for syncing records from QuickBooks to Zoho CRM. We can see them one by one in this video. Our extension supports record sync of modules like contacts, products, invoice, sales order, and quotes. Before you perform syncing records between Zoho CRM and QuickBooks, you have to map fields for proper record sync. Move to the mapping section. And map all the QuickBook fields with Zoho fields. You can map the module fields you want to sync. The fields are automatically mapped, so you don't need to do much. If you want to edit the mapped fields, click on this Into button and drag the field from the right widget. Drop it inside the appropriate field. After you have mapped all the fields, click the Save Mapping button to update the mapping. Let's see now how to sync records from Zoho CRM to QuickBooks. The first method of sync is on-save sync. To enable this, move to Settings page and select the Zoho Sync Configure tab. Enable the on-save sync option to configure on-save sync and select any one module from the default module for contacts to sync records of either contacts or accounts module to QuickBooks customer module. The create, update and delete option can be configured for each modules. You can turn them on to create or update or delete records of a particular module and turn them off to disable this function for the module. Tap this power button given for modules to stop the module's data sync. Once you configure, click Update Configuration button. Likewise, you can configure module sync for QuickBooks to Zoho Sync process. Visit the QB Sync Configure tab. Disable this Allow Syncs to stop the overall sync process from QuickBooks to Zoho. and you can switch between contacts and accounts module. Now moving back to the on-save record sync, let's test the on-save sync by creating a contacts record in Zoho CRM. Let me show you the contacts in my QuickBooks account. Here you can see I have only one record. Now move to the contacts module and I am starting to create a record. I am going to create a contact and I am filling all the necessary fields. After filling the essential fields information, click on the Save button. The record is created in Zoho. Let's check and confirm if the record is created inside QuickBooks. We can verify the logs in our extension. Move to the Audits page. You can see it shows the success status. Let's confirm it inside QuickBooks. You can see the contact created in Zoho is created automatically inside my QuickBooks. So this is how you use on-save sync method. Next we will try the copy to QuickBooks sync. This method is used to sync already existing records in Zoho to QuickBooks. Let's check it by syncing an invoice record. I am going to create a new invoice record. I'll show you the invoice in my QuickBooks. Here you can see I have no invoice in QuickBooks. I'm going to create a contact to link to my invoice. Note that I have disabled the on-save sync to perform this copy to QB sync as I am creating a record newly. And I also create a product to link to my invoice. I'm filling all the mandatory fields. Next, I'm going to create a new invoice record. I link my newly created contact. And I also link my newly created product. After you create an invoice record, click this Copy to QuickBooks button in Detail View to sync the invoice to QuickBooks. The invoice is successfully created. Let's verify the results in QuickBooks. Here you can see the invoice is successfully synced. And it also syncs the related contacts and products record. You can verify the details inside the audit section. Here you can see invoices created successfully result with the products and contacts record. Now let's try another method, historical sync. For this, visit the historical sync page. Choose any one module. Here the contacts and products module gets enabled automatically if you enable any one of the modules, invoice, sales order or codes. Now I'm going to sync my contacts records to QuickBooks. Here choose the from date and to date to sync records created in between the chosen period. I'll show you the contacts in my Zoho CRM. Here you can see I have 5 records in my QuickBooks account. Move back to Zoho CRM and let's sync the records. Click Sync button. The extension will find and calculate the number of records to prepare sync. Here you can see record to be synced is 1 record. That is, I have one new contact record which is not yet synced to QuickBooks. Click Continue to Sync button. The sync is started and sync is finished. Here you can see created successfully in QuickBooks. Now let's verify in QuickBooks. You can see the record is synced to my QuickBooks account. For now, we have learned how to sync records of Zoho CRM to QuickBooks. Next, we will learn how to sync QuickBooks record to Zoho CRM. Zoho CRM QuickBooks Integration Extension gives a cron schedule option to automatically sync the QuickBooks records details to Zoho CRM every 10 minutes. To set up this, move to the settings page and visit the QBSync Configure tab. You can enable CRON Sync option for each module just by turning on and off, and click this update configuration to update the configuration. If the cron is failed to sync a record to Zoho, you will get a notification. You can see that notification inside the historical sync page. Like this, you will get a notification. You can also manually sync QuickBooks records using the historical sync method. Toggle the button, switch to perform QuickBooks data sync to the left side. Next, choose a module. I select quotes that I am going to sync quotes in my QuickBooks to Zoho CRM. Select the from date and to date. Before syncing, let me show the quotes I have in my QuickBooks. Quotes are called as estimate in QuickBooks. I have only one quote in my QuickBooks. Click Sync button. Here you can see contacts to be sync 3 and products to be sync 5 and quotes record to be sync is 1 record. Click Continue to Sync button. The sync is started. Sync finished successfully. You can see the results here. Let's check in Zoho CRM. Here you can see the quote is successfully synced to Zoho CRM. And you can also see the rated contact is also synced. And the product is also synced. The audit section directly from here, you can resync the failed sync records just by clicking the sync icon showing beside the failed record sync column. You can see a filter option at the top. This is useful to filter the audit history of records synced between a particular period. Click on it. Choose from and to date. and click search. It will show the filtered results. Click this clear filter button to remove the filters. At the end of the header, you can find a global search bar where you can search details based on columns. If I search for the module code, it will show all the sync details of the codes module. This extension has multi-language support, so you can use the extension in your native language. To configure this, move to Settings and Language tab. Choose the preferred language and click Update Language button. The extension can be now used in the chosen language. If you want to configure the extension with another QuickBooks account, we make that easier for you. All you need to do is just resetting the QuickBooks account settings. Visit the Reset tab in Settings page. And click Reset Connection button. This will delete all QuickBooks records synced to this account before. That's all you need to know. Hope this video helped you. Thanks for watching.